Hi, everyone. This is Trish Kendall, your host for the Choose and Become interview series. People around the world ask me to share more of my journey to enduring success, more stories, more of my lessons, more of my experiences. There's only so much I can share during an inspirational speech or while facilitating a workshop or even through blogs. So here you go. In these Trish Kendall Speaks episodes, I give you short, impromptu, candid, raw me. Come along with me as I continue my journey to enduring success. Hi, everyone. This is Trish Kendall with Choose and Become. When I was 13 years old, I fell in love with Alex. Alex with a Y. Now, when I was 13, my sister had just uncovered that my dad was sexually abusing me. He had been she's 5 years older than me, and he had been sexually abusing her whole life. And very textbook, but she had allowed it to continue to happen to her, thinking that she was protecting her little sister. And in fact, it was happening to both of us. And I tell you that as background because I was ruined by the time I was 13. But I still had the little bit of love inside of me to give. And I still had this little desire to be loved. It was still there. It was apparent. And when I met Alex was warm and kind and caring, and Alex talked to me, and Alex asked me questions, and Alex called me, and we would talk for hours on the phone, and gentle. And Alex was this hope in my eyes. And I 100% loved Alex. As a little 13-year-old girl, I was in love. Now, Alex was older than me. Alex was 17 when we met, 18 by the time we became intimate. And along the journey, I learned before Alex and I were intimate that Alex, in fact, was not a boy. He was a girl. And Alex identified as a boy. Today, we would embrace this, right? Alex would have just identified as a boy, and it would have been maybe not embraced everywhere. I shouldn't say that. I embrace it. People around me embrace it. My community embraces. But back then, it was absolutely not embraced. And so here's Alex, where I'm going to say he dressed as a boy, looked like a boy, acted like a boy. Friends called him he. Girls called him he. He had girlfriends. He was a boyfriend. But I knew when Alex and I were becoming close, I knew, I could tell, I could sense. And then I asked. And so I knew Alex was a girl before we even kissed. And I fell just madly in love with her. And I said he and him and all of that at the time. And then I can't even get into all the details of this because it's just so much. But this is at the time that my mom left my dad because my sister had found out and told my mom. And my mom and my sister wanted to press charges against my dad. And I said that if they did, I would kill myself. He was my dad. I loved him. He loved me. It was, I could not manage or comprehend my dad getting in trouble. And Alex was always the one that I went to and talked to and just all the things. And So eventually, my mom found out that I had a boyfriend. I would write Alex's name on my notebook with hearts and A and T and Alex with a Y. All the things. I did all the things. And she found out that I had a boyfriend, and she started inquiring. And eventually, I'm going to cut this short, but eventually she found out that Alex was an 18-year-old, which that was obviously the first, red flags, because I was 14 then, 13 or 14. And then she found out that Alex was a woman. So shit hit the fan. Shit hit the fan. And both my mom told me I could not see Alex and all that. And I totally ignored her. And Alex would pick me up from school. I would skip school to go see Alex. My mom worked, and then my mom was dating someone at the time. And so she was gone. And so I would walk down, because we lived next to each other. I would walk down, and Alex would make me rice and eggs. And she was Filipino, so she made me all this Filipino food too. And my mom freaked out. And I think she freaked out more so, you know what? I don't even know. I'm not even going to try to analyze it. But then she got my dad involved. And so my dad said, put the hammer down. You cannot be with this, 18, she's a woman, she's 18. And to my dad's credit, this is like one of the confusing things about my dad is my mom was focused on, this, lesbian, this 18-year-old lesbian, which just really pissed me off when she would say that. And my dad would say, I don't care if this is a girl or a boy or what. This person is 18 years old, and she has no right to be with my 14-year-old, which is true, right? Now, he has no fucking right to say that, but whatever. So this is in Oak Harbor, Washington. I am in junior high. My friends know that I have this boyfriend, Alex. Some of the friends know that Alex is a girl, but most people think Alex is a boy. In the community, everybody just thinks Alex is a boy. And my mom has me go with my dad to Las Vegas, Nevada, where my aunt and uncle lived, to go there with my brother to move me away from Alex for the summer before my 9th grade year. And I remember saying goodbye to Alex and thinking that I would see her again, and her saying to me, we're never going to see each other again. Your parents are not going to let you come back here. Got in the car. I was listening to my Walkman. Alex used to make me little music love tapes, I still remember these songs. Oh my gosh. Still, when these songs come on, I'm going to have to think of a moment when these songs come on. I am like transported back to my 13, 14-year-old madly in love self with Alex. And so I'm listening to the Walkman in the car, driving to the airport with my brother and my dad. And I get on a plane and I go to Las Vegas. And Alex was right. There was no, they had no intention of letting me come home. And so I started high school in Las Vegas, and I was heartbroken. I was completely heartbroken because I loved her so much. And I know, I am a mom of an almost 14-year-old girl, so I would not in any way allow an 18-year-old, an almost 19-year-old to be with my daughter. So I understand that. I do, but everything was so complicated, and giving Alex my love was the last time the last time I did it, I gave everything I had to her, and I accepted everything that she gave back to me, and then I was uprooted from her in a horrible way. And then I would sneak out when I was there in Las Vegas, and we'd go, like, maybe go to the mall to shop and stuff, and Alex had given me a calling card number, and I would sneak around to the pay telephone booths and try to call her, or she would have somebody call my uncle's house, and then, like a friend of mine, and then she would get on the phone. And my uncle was a cop in Vegas. He was actually a narcotics cop, which is pretty cool, and a Harley Davidson rider. He was a no bullshit guy. He passed away, but he was a no bullshit guy. And I plummeted in complete despair. And my sister, who was still in Oak Harbor, Washington, she finally left my dad, and she had finally gotten out of his control and his abusive, he was so bad with her. And she was living with her friend Frida, and Frida's 5-year-old daughter. And I talked to my sister one day, and I was a wreck. And my sister got on a plane, and she came back to Las Vegas. Or she came to Las Vegas to be with me. And back to my dad's vortex of she came to be with her little sister, and she shared the same bed with me, and she held me at night, and she played with my hair, and she told me it was going to be okay. And she told me that it wasn't right for a 19-year-old to be with a 14-year-old. She also said she knew how much I loved Alex, and she also said she knew Alex loved me. And just hearing that and the confirmation, and she was everything, my sister. And then craziness happened, but Alex came to Las Vegas to see me, and she ended up getting arrested. And I won't get into the details of it, but I remember being at my uncle's house on the back covered porch, and a detective coming in and asking me questions. And Alex had like just letters from me and stuff like that talked about our intimacy. And I was a 14-year-old girl. Like, I didn't know that I could get somebody in trouble one day about something. And I lied to the detective as much as I could. But ultimately, Alex went to prison for child molestation. I think. I don't even know if that's what it was. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. But I saw her when she got out. How about that? That was the point when I testified, even though I lied, and I said things that proved that Alex had done something wrong. And when she went to jail, I knew then that I didn't care about my life. And I wasn't going to kill myself because my sister was there in Las Vegas with me. And so I started high school, but the Trish that I was, even the little bit of love I had left in me, at that point, I completely buried. And it would be decades before I started to unearth that love again. So Alex with a Y, my love for her will always be there. And I will always remember her love for me. Thank you for being along this journey with me. Choose and become.